Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here with another game of Dota 2. After a little bit of a long break coming here on Rasmus team. Now, new and improved hitbox. This is going to be the WarDota Playoffs 1 between Electronic, Grizzly, and Poonography. This is going to be Banshee casting Erasmus team, but not alone. Okay, just let me adjust that. Oh, fuck, damn it. There we go. Yeah, my microphone decided it was going to start cutting out randomly. I will continue this. Some people say he spends the night foraging for wolves in the forest. Others say he thinks a credit crunch is a type of breakfast cereal. All we know is called the Edward.
What was the last one?
Think the credit crunch is a type of breakfast cereal.
Right. I have no idea what that is anyway, so okay.
You know, credit crunch, it was like when everything, or the economy kind of collapsed.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I got you. Alright, well, nice to see we still have that tradition going there. So, yeah, WarDota League, Season 1, I actually do believe it is still here in the double bracket playoffs here. We're going to be in I do believe it's the 16, the round of 16 in the winners bracket part, right? No, it's actually the quarterfinals, yeah. So it's the quarterfinals of the winners bracket here that we're going to start off in with Electronic Grizzly and Poonography. Actually, I'm not really sure. Was this, did you hear this? Was this a best of 3 or a best of 1?
I was told this was a best of 1, so
right.
Whoever goes through to the top 8, the top 4, I mean, I think. As we actually already have basically the playoffs after the first season ended up starting, as in, we do have Electronic Grizzly, they ended up coming second along with Poonography. As in, Poonography saying they're a UK team, as in, I will say I haven't heard of any of these players before, coming from the UK, but, you know, hopefully they can do pretty well here. On the other side, we do have Electronic Grizzly, who I think are Belgian, looking at that flag.
5 seconds
Belgian.
It's
is
like
that
yellow,
Belgian?
Green, and it's yellow, green, red.
Reserved.
It's
Is
like
that
stripy
Belgium?
lines. I don't think that's Belgium.
I don't
actually.
think that is Belgium, dude. No, it's Belgium is the other way around. Like the German flag at 90 degrees
Yeah.
on tilt, you know. So it is somewhere in the world against the Britons here, which kind of makes sense because if there is one country that had something to do with anyone in this world here in regards to land, then it probably was the UK.
Lithuania.
Lithuania. Oh, okay. So the
Which
northern part.
Makes sense that the one that's got LT on it and like the Lithuanian Dota 2 flag, so to say. But either way, we are actually going to be going into the first few picks, and we do see that I'd say the Omni Knight's a little bit of a special pick, as he has been a little bit more popular, especially in the pub scene, but also being picked up competitively, as he counters very well with a lot of heroes such as Slark, and even to some extent, you know, the more popular heroes like Axe. Obviously, the Juggernaut, the third of the spin to win trio, so to say.
Exactly.
And he got first picked.
Yeah, actually, well, yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Troll, Axe being banned out, as you said, and then the Juggernaut actually coming through there. Something interesting here, for me at least, is we're going to have a couple of games today now here, Banshee. So what's really interesting, or what I'm going to be looking forward to, is how much these guys have actually been influenced by the Dota 2 Asian Championship. Because, well, you kind of see this every time you've had this really big, like, usually it's TI, but there have been some other tournaments as well, where they kind of have their own meta, and then afterwards you kind of see them kind of adapting a lot of those things there, and well, so far I think we might be on the money here right now because, well, as you said here, the 3 spin to win heroes that we've been seeing a lot in the DAC have already been banned and picked. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's obviously they're also pretty popular in practically every level of Dota, as in all the way from 2K MMR to the DAC finals, as those 3 heroes are basically picked up and considered pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, it would be interesting to know, as in there's a few other heroes that generally were picked up quite often in DAC, but aren't considered either pub viable or just low level viable. You know, stuff like Sniper, He basically wasn't on the
Yeah,
competitive
exactly.
scene, and during the meta of that event, turned into an instant ban, instant pick hero, which was
Exactly.
a huge buff for that underused hero, so to say.
I feel like Medusa, to a certain extent, also got kind of a. I wouldn't say it's because she haven't been in the scene before DAC. She just really was. It was really emphasized by BG and Secret a lot, like Big God and Secret, that this hero is actually incredibly good at defending. Excuse me, at defending as well as winning late game scenarios and late game almost kind of base trade-ish scenarios. So yeah, that hero too. We're gonna see the Doom ban though. That's kind of interesting.
Well, Doom is still a good hero.
It's good against Slark and Omni actually, both of them.
And also, right before DAC, Doom was considered a viable pick and ban. He wasn't seen a lot during DAC, interestingly enough, because of it's rather interesting seeing these big events, because generally what you kind of have is a normal gameplay, a normal online gameplay. Pros don't have enough time to make these metas because they're training individually, they're going in various tournaments, they're practicing with their team, and occasionally they're streaming under various contracts and making money that way and increasing their team popularity through various other stuff. And there's only 24 hours in a day and you need some of that to sleep and eat.
For sure.
But when you're at a LAN event, it's basically 24 hours of pure Dota. It's 24 hours of pure working things out. You can watch every single game that everybody has played in the groups, and you've got plenty of time to do that. And it means that these metas kind of, I wouldn't say become inbred, but evolve very, very quickly at these events. True. And as we saw it at TI4, we've seen it at practically every single big tournament, and we will probably be seeing that kind of filter down into the practically the rest of the
I think up until the crunch time of all the big tournaments, which starts in June, I think this is going to be the last remnants of really big tournaments that will actually have a big influence, as you just said. But I do believe that at that point we're going to be seeing some very, very interesting stuff. There is going to be a lot of big tournaments right around there. We're talking about MLG, ESL. I do believe there is one more. It might be DreamHack. Those three really big LAN tournaments in June, and then to cap it all off, there's the TI qualifiers and then the actual TI in July. So there's going to be a lot of different things there that we're going to be seeing in that in those summer months there, but for sure up until that a lot of the things that we've seen so far, unless no, actually I do agree, this is going to be a huge impact here, the DAC. One thing though is Year Beasts and some patches there could go in and have some influence there too, though.
Oh yeah, and I was about to mention that, is that there's supposed to be big things coming up with the recent patches. There's been lots of speculation on what that is. Maybe it's Source 2. Maybe they decide to ignore Dota 2 or release Half-Life 3, just like...
Oh, dude.
That would probably break the internet if they just did that, where you open up a Dota 2 patch and Half-Life 3 pops up.
Yeah, that would be crazy, man. That would actually just be straight out crazy.
But ignoring that, I think there's also stuff, there's bound to be plenty of balance changes that comes with that patch, as well as the, additional custom game modes, which I'm sure everybody who's playing...
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I think the Storm Spirit, man. Alright, so once again, Sumail, DAC, I think that has something to do with this pickup here. But to get back to the Year BC, I think once they release Source 2, a lot of stuff is going to happen. I'm just putting that out there, and hopefully I will be right. Because when custom game comes, I will be giddy like a child at Christmas Day.
Well, it's where basically Dota originally came from, as in, for those of you who are old enough to remember, I think it was originally a StarCraft 1 mod called Aeon of Strife, if I remember.
Yeah, Aeon of Strife, and then it became Defense of the Ancients there later on. You know what actually happened? The StarCraft modders, StarCraft 2 modders, actually, this is some serious next level meta here. They created a mod in StarCraft 2 where you could play Warcraft 3, and in that mod you can actually play StarCraft 2 completely modded and fully equipped with everything.
On that game, there's and inside that game, inside one of the secret shops, there's an NES emulator.
Oh, dude.
And if you open that up...
Stop toying with me. There is a Sega
10
Genesis
seconds
inside this
remaining.
NES.
Yes.
Please tell me. Oh my god.
Oh,
5
no, did you see
seconds
that during the
remaining.
epic speedrun thing, where the Taz speedrun basically hacked a Super Mario game
Oh,
to
no,
reprogram it into an
Radiant
older one?
team pick.
I didn't see any of the Taz spots, but I've been an avid AGDQ and SGDQ follower for a long time, and I've gotta say, barring maybe Super Meat Boy Run, the run where Breakdown did it, and they actually had Edmund and the other dude on Skype with them to see when they actually broke the game
10
and hear
seconds
their
remaining.
reactions. Barring that speedrun, the best one
5
actually
seconds
happened this
remaining.
year, which was the Tetris runs.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap, dude. So for
5
anyone who actually
seconds
haven't watched
remaining.
that, go YouTube. Obviously not now because you guys love to hear us
Dire
speak
team
about
pick.
this stuff. So after this, go YouTube AGDQ Tetris Run. It is basically these guys that have been playing, what was it, Tetris for like 10 or 20 years or something, and they've
Older than I am.
yeah, probably something like that. It was so crazy. These guys, they know how to play Tetris.
Now,
But
we do actually see here coming back
10
into the game,
seconds
Electronic Grizzly have picked up an interesting carry in terms of the Morphling.
Yeah.
We've kind of
5
seen him picked
seconds
up
remaining.
on and off in terms of popularity, as in a few teams like him, a few teams don't, and it can be very
Reserve time.
good if there's no way to stop his strength game with a silence of some kind. As we've seen, Enigma does get picked up for even more AoE goodness.
Oh, this is gonna be amazing, actually. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be so cool.
And I do like this Enigma pickup, because we see currently on Electronic Grizzly, they're a little bit greedy in terms of what they're doing. As you've got Omni Knight and Disruptor, they're not the greatest gambling heroes early. Slark, pretty good at escaping, Soul Spirit, pretty good at escaping, but they don't really do much before they hit level 6, and Morphling just kind of expands that issue, meaning that they know that Enigma's basically going to be able to be safe enough to lead with a strong laning capability on these other lanes. You've got Clockwork, who's very solid. Viper, obviously, is anyone who's played up against a Viper, it hurts, it burns. My God, please stop.
Especially if you're a TA. But yeah, I definitely agree.
And Juggernaut, Ventral Spirit is probably one of the most, second oldest pub combos that are out there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Actually, I just need to make sure here. We are not live in Dota 2 TV, correct?
I am currently now.
Yeah, but I don't think we're ticketed, correct?
I don't know, actually. I don't think we were ticketed, although there are the names up there. But yes, I do think there's going to be tickets on the second season of WarDota, which you should check out, as in amateur leagues are definitely, I wouldn't say quite as important as, stuff like DAC and that kind of thing, but there is that feeding up.
Yeah, it definitely is incredibly important in the way that if you didn't have these tier 2 and tier 3 events, you would not have Smile, for example. So yeah, definitely you probably wouldn't have Arteezy either. These kind of pub heroes that really just rose to the occasion at one point and then really just rode the wave all the way. So yeah, definitely important here to support these small events.
I think actually possibly one of the more famous pub stomp heroes that came into the scene would have been Bulldog originally, as in
Yeah, right.
anyone going all the way back would remember that Bulldog originally started out as a stomping hero. He kind of stood in once for Na'Vi, and people were like, "Oh my God, this guy's brilliant."
Yeah, for sure. It definitely, there is a lot of different ways for people to actually make themselves known in Dota 2, and that's what I really like about it. So yeah, definitely do stay tuned and watch some pretty interesting Lithuanian versus British Dota here as we go into a pause, sadly, first here. Now, some small things about this tournament. Obviously, if you guys just joined, this is going to be the WarDota League season. What was it, 2, Banshee?
Season 1. Season 2 is coming
Season
up.
1?
I'm thinking about the end
Right,
of
the
this month.
16th of February. Yeah, okay, it says up there. But yeah, so the WarDota League Season 1 playoffs, it is going to be right now Electronic Grizzly and Poonography in the quarterfinals of the winner's bracket here. Winner of the Season 1 here gets 50 euros, I do believe. So it is a nice little prize pool here for whoever wins this game, obviously. Yeah, I think that's about it. Whoever wins in the game, Team Mistral versus Power of Eagles is going to be who they're going to be up against here in the semifinals here later on. And that, Banshee, is a Belgian flag right there at Team Mistral.
Yeah, but as in, my mind just kind of went, I can't recognize this flag. I guess it kind of looks European. Belgian?
Yeah, it's all just lines and circles.
I'm of the opinion that every flag should just have its name written on it.
All right. So let's see here. Oh, yeah. So just a few settings things, and we should be good to go. All right. So one thing though to know is you said they don't have that good ganking potential here, Grizzly or E-Grizzly, and I agree. But they do have lane presence here. I mean, they have potential to kill if you have level 2 Glimpse or even just level 1 with this Disruptor here. So if you overextend, you might be killed off here, but you shouldn't really have to worry too much about being rotated into, maybe smoked into and getting killed off.
I'd say that they've got the potential for a kill, but it will take a misplay coming out from Poonography, just simply because up until they hit level 6.
They need to overextend somehow before they can actually get a kill. So
once they hit level 6 on their heroes, once their slot gets level 6, once Storm Spirit, if all heroes hits level 6, that's when the pain is going to start from E-Grizzly.
Yeah.
The issue is going to be, can they get there without giving too much up to this Enigma, who...
True. So, good luck, have fun is going to be thrown out here by Masaka as a first one. And yeah, with that, we do see the Bounty Runes being contended now.
Could end up being a 3 versus 4 up here on this top lane, as we see both of them starting out. And I do have to say, on the level 1 fights, definitely in favor of Poonography, just because, you know, they've got a whole bunch of stuns. I'd say the Omni Knight could be able to do a good job of keeping them alive, as are they going to go in for the kill?
Well, looks like Masaka is going to be able to get the bottom one here. We'll have to see.
Stupendous.
Oh, actually, Clockwork got the bottom one here, so Stormspur is going to be able to get the first one.
He might end up going down right now, as we see Clockwork in a whole bunch of trouble. He did get Glimpse back. He's trying to deny himself, but he's...
No! He should have denied himself right there.
I think he was trying to go for the sneaky plays by using that fog up and down that Roshan cliff, but just didn't work out. They do give up the first blood already, so E-Grizzly going off to a very nice start right there, as we're going to be going straight into this game. You see here on the E-Grizzly side, it is going to be Morphling playing down here on the bottom, being played by Mazaka. We've got Daft on the Disruptor, also being going to support him. We've got a hero on middle, it's going to be a GLK on Storm Spirit. And up here on top, it's actually going to be a dual lane, 2-on-2 lanes. We've got S3 Exo Late and LT letters, Chinese letters. I'm just going to call him LT.
And probably also Sexo as well here on the Slark now. Alright, before anyone actually gets killed off up here. So on the side of Poonography here, Banshee's home country reppin' the colors here. On the Juggernaut, we're going to have Roar. He's going to be supported by LB Crusher on the Vengeful Spirit. In the jungle, we're going to have Datlisk on the Enigma. In the mid, going to be Hymns, the really annoying Viper here. And in the offlane, going to be JID on the Clockwork.
Yep, and early game, I would expect there to be a little, possibly a little bit of ganking coming out from Poonography. On the other hand, though, they do have an Enigma, so it's basically a 50-50 switch as to whether they just want to go focus on getting their core heroes farmed up and go for that mid-game power that they have, or just simply decide to try and use the early game presence that these heroes bring.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, Roar just sitting on actually not the best last sets here. Only 3-2 here right now. Sexo is actually going to pop his Dark Pact in a very fortunate timing here. Right as he got magic missile down.
Yeah, but I don't see this Juggernaut being able to get a kill in either of his heroes unless they do misplay. Just simply because you've got the Omni Knight with his magic repel, and you've got the Slark with his Dark Pact, and all of the abilities that Juggernaut and Vengeful Spirit give kind of are countered by those abilities.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely is a laning stage here that that Grizzly is aiming to win here in these first couple 10 minutes or so. The mid lane can be a problem here for now, but
well, Storm is doing pretty well.
Yeah, he actually is.
Storm doesn't lose that badly to Viper. There are worse matchups against Viper. You've got Storm Spirit who can kind of, not so much trade hits, but at least get that farm up using that overload.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do agree.
The only real worry coming out for Grizzly right now is this Enigma, who is basically going to get free farm. And a free farm Enigma is always a very, very dangerous thing, just because he gets up that fast, either mech or blink dagger or any of those super special items. And it just means your team gets so much more gold because you're utilizing this jungle so effectively.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Utilization of the map better than the other team is really the name of the game whenever you pick up an Enigma here. So yeah, he's just going to be farming away here, sitting on a soul ring as his first item. Some jump chains here. Not really too much.
Well, we do see Juggernaut might be a little bit of trouble. Slark is trying to go for it, but he pops off his Dark Pact first. Are they going to go for the stun? They are going to be able to, but the Repel Glory comes out, and the Vengeful Spirit's in huge amounts of trouble. The spinning, it isn't doing anything. And Eldritch Crusher is going to end up going down.
Not even hitting the Purify on Vengeful Spirit here. A bit of a botched attempt here, but they are going to be able to get the kill here, obviously. Rocket Flare coming up, actually hitting here, seeing as they did use a lot of time here, kind of at the same place here. He is going to be able to find a bounty rune, very nice.
You see that right now, Raw isn't in the greatest of situations. We have a quick look at his last hit. It's 8-4 versus a 12-5. You know, not safe lane Slark, which is
exactly. He's in the off lane here. Benji.
Hey, I think I'm back.
What happened? Alright, well, Sexo, let's see here. Actually, just what you said wouldn't ever happen here was very close to happening here. Sexo just barely living through here is on the bottom actually going to be another kill here in favor of Grizzly onto the clockwork here.
But the stream didn't drop, but the Dota 2 just decided it was going to...
Interesting.
Yeah, a little bit weird right there, but we do see we are currently back on, and we do see Grizzly currently at 3-0 up. How did they get that last kill then?
Yeah, Disruptor did get the kill on Clockwork here. Very nice. Level 3 glimpse. I love this hero when you actually get level 3.
Oh, we do see Clockwork's going to run right into the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit is coming in to gank, but meanwhile, they could try and turn this around. Storm Spirit, he is only level 6, but he might just be able to take down JID, but there is Ven coming in for even more damage, and if he can get the stun off, he's not going to be able to, though. And in fact, the glimpse does actually help him a little bit. GLK is in a huge amount of trouble, does manage to get out of there using that lovely zip around ability.
Are they really not going to suffer any casualties? Oh, Daff, you need to get out of here. You cannot actually go for that courier. Oh, Malf is going to get popped too, man. That's a lot of mini stuns coming out here. The clock actually not hitting. What is he doing? Oh, right. Finally, the rocket flare hitting onto Enigma. That was interesting.
Yeah, luckily the rocket flare does end up taking that kill, but a little bit of almost a misplay. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Cocking up here, actually blocking at his two friends here, and not really getting the mana burn onto a disruptor here. But yeah, he's gonna be fine as you said, and well, the kill is on now. Small pause here coming out from Poonography as Roar is actually have disconnected here, so we're gonna have to wait for him, obviously. Apparently he's fine in Skype, so it seems to be some Steam or Dota 2 issues here that he has to resolve before he can get this game underway. Now, Juggernaut, level 5, 200 experience away from level 6 here. Gonna be very, very interesting to see these Omni Slashes used.
Yeah. I will say it's going to be a mixture of him and when Enigma finally gets back to the jungle to try and...
what do you think is going to happen? Who do you think he's going to Omni Slash here on the side of Electronic Grizzly here whenever he gets level 6 and he starts roaming? Who do you think is the best choice?
Well, the easiest kill would obviously be the Disruptor. It's going to be a case of can he get him? Because it's going to be a simple case of if the Omni-Knight is there to protect his teammate, unless it's kind of a 5 versus 5 engagement, then whoever he Omni Slashes isn't going to die thanks to that heal.
Yeah, it...
Morphling and Slot, as well as Storm's Break, can all zip away from the ultimate. So it's basically going to only be the Disruptor who can pick up a kill on there, outside of some kind of... team fight or gank.
GA on cooldown on Omni Knight or maybe Shadow Dance, Slark on cooldown too. But yeah, it's interesting to think about this because you want to have a kill with the Omni Slash that is relatively easy to get, but also has a lot of game impact. So it's always this balancing this scale here of how easy the kill is versus how impactful the kill actually is. So yeah, I'm interested in what he is going to be using that for.
I don't think the Juggernaut is going to be able to get that many Omni Slash kills. At least not at level 6, because level 6 is possibly the weakest form of Juggernaut Ultimate, just simply because it doesn't do enough damage to actually solo kill most heroes. You require that spin or a few bit more right clicks coming in, and he's obviously going for that Mask of Madness, going for that super massive farm that it gives you. Meanwhile, we do see Storm kind of considering going up top. He did manage to pick up the rune up there, but it looks like it was just a bounty. Or I mean illusion. And it looks like they're going to try to maybe go for a gank here on middle, but Disruptor hasn't been spotted. As in, I don't think Viper can see Disruptor is here. Is a little bit close.
Yeah, no, I think he just spotted him earlier on. The vision went up to here, and I'm pretty sure he was around here or something. So he might have spotted it out, but
we do see here on top. Slot did kind of get taken out onto, but the problem was with the TP came out from Viper. He's no longer farming middle. He kind of tried to go for the kill, but he was just a little bit too late, and Slot got away pretty easily. And this is a little bit more free farm coming in for Storm Spirit, as that wasted time. Viper is doing pretty well in terms of last hits, 40 and 13. Obviously expected to win the lane just because it's so hard to last hit against Nether Toxin and all the other. Although he hasn't maxed that surprisingly, he has decided to go for the corrosive skin maxed up first.
Yeah, for sure, and well, now we might be seeing some altercations coming out here, as we do have Glimpse ready that he can use, and, well, I guess Vengeful Spirit. You can't really use it on Roar, as he does have that Blade Fury that he can use. The kinetic field might be enough here in the Static Storm. There we go, the Purify coming out from Omni, not actually getting the kill here onto Omni. Very nice.
And that is a huge problem coming in right now for Poonography, as Grizzly are just simply having their way on almost all these lanes apart from the middle. As in the bottom lane, Clockwork's done a small amount of recovery. He's got his level 8, he's got his hook shot. Hopefully he can hit some nice hook shots, but at the same time, as in, again, there's a lot of heroes that he can't really go up against. He can't really go up against a Morphling because he can just waveform out of it. Definitely can't go up against a Storm Spirit. So we do actually see the Storm Spirit going in for a kill against Viper. Can the Clockwork do anything to help? He's kind of in a bad position as the creeps run away.
Oh no! What? not good enough on the ball lightnings or
Radiant's
something.
middle
Actually
tower
gonna
is under attack.
paint out the clockwork here too, just to make sure that people know the rotation actually came in there.
Dire's bottom tower
But
is
wow,
under attack.
Viper just managing to just barely live through that. Didn't even use power tread switch or anything. They actually just lived through that. Wow,
Dire's bottom
that's
tower
interesting.
is under attack.
Now we do
Ah,
see right
but-
now the clockwork gonna rotate down, but did get spotted by that ward, so they know exactly where he is, including the sentry ward coming in. And it's worth noting right now the
Dire's
Poonography
bottom
don't
tower
actually
is
have
under
any
attack.
wards on the map right now.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, for sure. And well, let's see here. So
Gonna
JID,
get
he's
spotted
here.
out.
They see him. Sexo, he's gonna get caught out with Static Storm and Kinetic Field to Magic Missile. Gonna come out here, but it's not enough actually. Pounce coming out. Very nice. And that's a kill onto Clockwork here. No one else right now. We do actually see a lot of damage onto Roar. The Mask and Madness probably being a factor in that too, but yeah, in the end, Grizzly getting some good trades here up over Poonography.
Yeah, and we just saw right there that Raw, he uses Omni Slash, and then the ultimate from the
Dire's
Omni Knight
middle
came out
tower is
in
under
response.
attack.
The Guardian Angel just basically making that entire ability useless. And
And-
they've got to basically somehow force the Omni Knight to pop that ultimate before they go in, but it's going to just be so difficult because they don't really have any pressure outside of the Juggernauts, and they really did need to get off to a better start in this early game to you know, start pressuring in this mid game that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, for sure. And well, we do see actually a checkup here in Datlisk. He's gonna be sitting on
Dire's top
Mechanism.
tower is under attack.
Oh, GLK.
Playing it a little bit close there.
Yeah, really wants to get the Eidolons here, but oh, the clock glimpse back. Oh, that is so nice. JID is gonna get glimpsed all the way back here, which means that they're gonna be one hero down here. It's a 4v or 3v4 or 4v3 here if they actually choose to go on this right now. But
Now it's worth noting that most of the defensive ultimates are down on the side of Grizzly, meaning that if Poonography
oh,
wants to
Morphling. Him's killing him off here actually with Viper Strike. That was beautiful. Even 2 adaptive strikes being used there in that fight.
very nice job right there. The Viper's been basically the main hero keeping them in this so far, as he's currently sitting on 2-on-1. As you see on the top lane, Omni Knight's going to pick the kill down to Vengeful Spread, going in against Raw. The glimpse comes out, so does the silence, and I don't think he's getting away from this. He does have a Blade Fury, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Not with the that skill
Radiant's
coming after the
bottom
Slark,
tower
and that's
is
going to be
under attack.
another kill up here on the top
Dire's
lane. As
top tower
this top
is
lane has
under
just been
attack.
devastatingly bad for Poonography.
27 agility stolen here by Sexo right now. That is an incredible early game here right now, and he's going to
Dire's
have that for
structures
another...
are fortified.
Oh, well, they're dwindling... Oh, I can't say that word, dwindling away
Dire's
right now,
top
but
tower is under attack.
they're going to be able to get the tower here. And,
Dire's
well,
top
yeah, they can
tower
back
has
off here for
fallen.
now.
Also worth noting that
In the mid here, GLK. A lot of damage as Poonography wants to go in on this tower here, but
they realize
it's
they
going
need
to be a
to make
bit
something happen.
tricky.
As they-
Yeah, exactly.
They can't let them keep doing this. They've got the worst late game, especially with all the counters they've got to Juggernaut, meaning that they've got to start pushing. They've got to start using this Enigma, who's picked up his mech. And
The Omni Knight is actually a really big problem here up against Roar, I feel like.
Radiant's
For
middle
Roar.
tower
Oh, there
is
we go. The
under
GA. No, nothing is going to come out of this Omni Slash here. And now they can just go in on this Sexo. Oh, he might be a bit too careless, though. Oh, but the Purify coming out here. What a beautiful play. Viper going to go down. Almost LP Crusher, too. And now Waveform coming in from Masaka. He's going to finish it off. But we do see a double kill here coming in from JID. He's going to be Omni and Disruptor down. Sexo getting a bit too eager here. He's going to get killed off by Roar. There we go, but it's a 3 for 3. Roar gets killed off, and now Mazaka up against Dadlisk here. JID. What is it going to amount to here? It might be a kill from
Dire's
JID,
bottom
although I
tower
do
is under
think
attack.
he doesn't have enough mana for his zip, so if he can get... No, he's not going to be able to. Just a little bit too slow, only on those brown boots against
Dire's middle
the power
tower
treads
is under
of a Storm
attack.
Spirit, just giving him enough movement speed to scoot on out of there. But we did see that JID got an amazing hook shot there, picking off 2 heroes, and Slark jumping in at the wrong moment, trying to be a little bit too aggressive, and that was a pretty good team fight there coming out for Poonography, just simply because, you know, they're currently behind, if you have a quick look at the Golden Experience, around about a 2k lead for Grizzly even after that fight. And it does mean that, you know, Poonography are in a pretty good, or at least a little bit happier with after that team fight.
Yeah, for sure. And shout out to PGG. Interesting.
I think Enigma ended up missing his Black Hole. We kind of saw him start casting it, then miss it entirely, and in fact, I think it was only up for so small that no one really spotted it.
Alright, so Viper is going to need a few here before we can get this underway once more. Clockwork working on, yep, he does have his Blade Mail right now. I do see, oh, look at that, man. Slark with the Hannibal mask, actually. It's so cool. Coming up here, I don't think this is going to be anything too big. If needs be, he can hookshot back onto LB Crusher, but we're gonna have to see. Maybe keep one eye on this top lane here as soon as we start this game again.
So we're currently right now at 15 minutes in. We're coming up to the mid game. We do see Grizzly have taken a lead, 11-6, and a 2k gold lead. As in, what do you think is going to be coming up for these two teams in the, let's say next 10 minutes, so to say?
In the next 10 minutes, I do believe Poonography really wants to utilize this Enigma here to really push in some towers here, and I think Electronic Grizzly can actually take fights at the towers here that Poonography is going to be pushing in. So I think Grizzly,
being too greedy, but at the same time, we do see Slark going away for that dog pack. The stun does come out, but he dodges it with the. But the swap is also going to be pretty good by Venture Spray. We do see the Slark is in a huge amount of trouble right now. The mech gets popped out. Clockwork's going to be more than fine, and well, he may have gone a little bit too deep as he's going to be sent back to. Can't remember what the prison's called.
Dark Reef, yeah, my friend. All right, so GLK is going to go in onto Hims here, not getting the Viper Strike off just yet. There we go. It just barely does, but now Hims, he's not going to be able to kill him off here. And actually, GLK, what? Dying off again here to Hims. Hims is on a tear here, and
It's got too much damage right now with that Nether Toxin maxed up, as well as the Corrosive Skin maxed up. And it
Second time in a row, man, that happens.
He's just so tanky that all it takes is just one or two clicks on the Storm Thrower, who doesn't really have a lot of health items right now.
I actually want to say it's Viper's damage more so than his tankiness, barring obviously that he had, or of course Viper is a very tanky hero, but I mean he's sitting on a Yasha here with power treads on agility. I don't think he's actually tread switching here, so he's actually just sitting on a lot of agility, which obviously translates into damage here. I mean 100 and I think it's 17 whenever he's in agility. That's a crazy amount of damage here.
And it looks like Viper's trying to transition into that right-click hero, though he has picked up an Oak Club, probably going to go towards an Aghanim Scepter or possibly a BKB. As in, a BKB wouldn't be terrible this game, although you generally don't see it on Vipers due to how strong he is just generally as a defensive hero. In the meanwhile, we do see on the bottom lane, the Eclipse is going to come back out, but well, the Clockwork does jump in right there, not going to be able to hit anything as, well, mostly two ultimates wasted by both the two teams. Raw being able to get away nice and easily from that glimpse using his Blade Fury. Obviously going for the stats, not getting a level in Healing Ward. Now that's interesting.
Now 4 heroes of Poonography down here in the bottom lane. As LT is blocking the creeps here. He's completely alone here with Disruptor actually. Oh, this is a kill on Daft. Straight up here. Kinetic Field not... Oh, it's actually going to find Hims. Wow, he tried to orb walk here, Hims, but yeah, in the end, that actually cost him a kill on Disruptor. And GLK Masaka gonna be able to get the tower in the mid.
Raw is gonna have to get out of there as he does have his Blade Fury, so he should be more than fine to be able to escape. But at the same time, we've got 5 heroes down here from Poonography not really doing very much. It's very difficult to say that wrong.
Exactly. All right. Well, the whole of Poonography actually just gonna port back here in defense of their tier 2 mid tower here as Masaka goes in, finds a regen rune and backs off here. He's gonna be awfully close to his Lincoln Sphere actually too.
Yeah, as we do see right now, he is actually currently, I think, the highest yet in net worth by quite a bit, although we do see that slowly behind them is going to be the Viper and the Enigma at 6k gold each.
Yeah, for sure. Enigma gonna build into his BKB here as soon as he possibly can. No Blink Dagger yet. Not on the horizon either anytime soon. So.
And I will say, to some extent, the Blink Dagger's a very nice pickup here, because they don't have a way to disrupt that if he gets his BKB Blink off, unless the Disruptor does manage to pick himself up an Aghanim Scepter, which isn't happening anytime soon.
It's just such a hard game here for a team fight oriented lineup here because of this Guardian Angel. If they play this right and build this Aghanim Scepter, as I can see they're trying to build into here, I do believe. Oh, actually, static kinetic here onto Jay and Dadlisk. This might be a kill. Daft though, they get killed off here as Viper gets glimpsed back. Oh wow, well, no kill on Dadlisk, neither on JID.
Yeah, but very nice job right there coming out for Poonography, as they do manage to get something back, as we do see that they have been taking advantage of a few misplays coming out from Grizzly, being a little bit too aggressive at times, and the Slok being that very farmed carry at the moment, being a little bit more invincible than he actually is.
Now.
We see, well, LB Crusher is going to go down right now, although
Missile
okay,
might be able to save him. Wow, that actually saved him. Malf is going to come in here, so he cannot actually go for this kill. Wow, what a play coming out here, swapping Enigma in, realizing that he's not going to be swapping into any immediate danger. And now Slark actually on the top lane here, going to get killed off by Daft.
I'm not
Solo.
How did that
Or excuse me, Roar. Sorry.
Yeah, as in, I'm really not sure, because I obviously wasn't looking at that part of the map as there was action going on, but Juggernaut uses Omni Slash, but Slark has his Shadow Dance up. As in, Slark is basically one of the better counters to a Juggernaut, just simply because of if he presses R, you press R. Everyone presses R.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting situation, but it happens. Yeah, LT, I really hope... Oh, no, he's going to build into a 4-staff here. So no global GA coming out here for Omni Knight in the near future anyways. Looks to be a 4-staff here anyways.
Now what's super interesting currently is that Poonography has managed to break their way back into equal standing after what was a pretty devastating start, and we do see that the Juggernaut has actually managed to surpass the Slok in terms of farm, with out of the top 4, the top 3. As the top 4, 3 of them are on the Poonography side, with the only one really keep staying ahead from the early game start is going to be this Morphling.
And now in the top here, most assuredly going to be a tower going down here to Idolins, healing wards, 3 heroes. This is looking like a dead tower anyways, but we do see Daft coming in here. Kinetic Field not going to hit onto Roar. Blade Fury going to get popped here, not going to be able to glimpse him in here. Him's going to be the target. Let's see whether or not GLK can get it off this time. Oh, but the black hole on 3. Gonna be able to save Hims here for now. GLK gonna go down as a first here. Masaka gonna go in, morphing strength to Sexolade, going in on him. Start pack or pounce 2 here. Finally gonna be able to get a kill onto him. Now wave form in Morphling. Gonna be able to kill off Roar. There we go. That's the kill. As Slark goes down to Thunderstrike, and everything you can pour in onto this Clockwork to swap onto LB Crusher. This might be a good trade here for Grizzly here. Oh, as the glimpse comes in and Vengeful Spirit dies off. And with that, I do believe Enigma is gonna get out of this.
And that was such a shame right there. It was such a nice ultimate coming out from Enigma, but at the same time, that Morphling just there with that adaptive strike going to be enough to break that, because he doesn't have his BKB yet, and that does mean it's going to be a very nice 2-for-4 exchange in favor of Grizzly, as they do kind of assert their dominance once more in this game.
Under attack.
Yeah, and well, so Daft gonna be going in, just warding very offensively here, just to make sure that they know everything going on here. Although the Sentry Ward being placed here is a bit questionable, I feel like. Not really any reason for them to actually have a ward of their own up here right now. So
yeah, it's a very good ward position, but at the same time, generally you don't want to put your counter ward in the same spot as your actual ward, just because of if there is a ward already up there. We do see that the sorcerer is going to be able to get out of there with the Slark.
This is not a good position to be in, and he's most surely going to go down here. Malefist and some poison strikes here from Viper too. That's the kill. A bit
But either way, as we do see both these two teams kind of equaling out. God damn, I'm not even saying it right there. The saming out.
The saming.
It's the new M. Night Shyamalan movie. You know, he first did The Happening, now it's the saming.
Right. That was actually was that a good movie? I don't remember. Was that the one with Mark Wahlberg?
I think so. It started off as a good movie before it threw in the plot twist of plants.
Right. Yeah, it was the one with the lawnmowers, right?
Yeah.
And one of the Deschanel.
It was like where people were killing themselves because of
Yeah.
Rather than using the terrorist routes, they went for plants.
Yeah, it's interesting. Oh well.
But either way, we do see that GLK is looking for a little bit of damage here in the mid lane, but there is a Viper there, and we have seen that currently, in terms of one-on-one battles, the Storm has not been having a good time against this Viper, although the siege has started.
Yeah, for sure. GLK is trying to clean up as much as possible here. We do see actually Saxo is gonna go. This is an interesting build actually. Drum Shadow Blade. Not because it's bad, it's just not the most common build I see.
Yeah, as in, I'd say Shadow Blade is a little bit underrated, so to say, at times of the hero. As in, obviously, often it's seen as like a noob item, where very, very popular inside. Very low MMR levels, where the idea of buying Dust or Sentry wards is a foreign concept. But at the same time, it is very good at initiation, because you've only got two ways you can look at Invis. You've either got Dust, which isn't very good against initiation, Shadow Blade, or you can go up against or Sentry wards, which means you have to guess if they want to initiate onto you.
Well, ping's coming out here. Looks like they want to go on this, but the sentry is actually going to get plopped down. I think they know, but Sexo going to go in here. He's actually going to get stunned up here, but the GA saves him only for a few seconds here as he goes down to Viper in the end. And now GLK caught off guard here as he went in under false pretense here. Now Massacre. Waveform hitting a lot of people here, but question is whether or not it's enough here. Now Roar going in on LT. He sure is also going to go down here, and well, in the end, oh dear God, what a failed attempt to actually go in on this this fight here from Electronic Grizzly. Daft gonna go. No, he's not gonna go down. What?
Nice adaptive strike there, stopping that Viper from getting that last hit, and that is going to be only a 3-for-0 trade, but it looks like they're going to try and take down this tier 1 tower at the very least here down on bottom, and we just saw it as mostly that Sentry Ward, isn't that to 100 gold really paying for itself, so getting that initiation onto Slark, just nuking him down before he could do anything. And it does mean that we are going to be here with 15 to 17 as the first time in this game Poonography are going to be able to take the lead, and possibly even this Roshan.
Yeah, so Masking Madness being popped here. Roshan's going to be gone on by Clock.
This is a slowish one. We do see Raw trying to heal himself up, but he's getting a little bit low, and no, GLK is going to be looking for the seal. Can he pick it up?
Oh, this might be really good for him. No, he actually doesn't want to go in on this. At least right now.
Yeah, I thought
he's
he was
actually
going to be
gonna
trying, but
I think they actually pinged him out a bit here, but oh well.
Morphling is going to be able to catch out this Enigma. Enigma taking a
Dadless.
whole bunch of damage to the face. The waveform's going to be coming out.
There we go.
Assassinating the Enigma right there in the background. And meanwhile, we do see the Viper does get glimpsed back, and that's going to leave Clockwork all on his own against the Morphling, which is going to work well for him, but the Viper is going to go down to the rest of the team. Morphling going a few more damage, but JID going to be able to get away with the huge amount of defensive capabilities that Clockwork gives. And that is going to be a 2-for-0 trade in favor of Grizzly. These trades just keep going back and forth. As if I have a quick look at the golden net worth lead, it's just going up and down. More often than a schizophrenic roller coaster.
Yeah, for sure. And well, we're gonna have to see what Electronic Grizzly can do with this with this momentum, I guess you would say. It's kind of an interesting situation here because actually Juggernaut has the Aegis here right now, but they're down 2 heroes, and the momentum, in my opinion, says that Electronic Grizzly is a bit ahead here right now. So yeah, it's an interesting situation here where the Aegis carrier isn't really in the lead right now.
It's going to be coming up in a few more seconds, meaning that they're not going to be able to push this any further, but taking out a tier 2 at any stage, and looks like they may want to go for a tier 2 here on middle, but at the same time we do see the rest of Poonography are going to be able to defend, well, deny it.
Middle tower has been denied.
Yeah, well, as you said, denying that. Nice.
Yep, nice little job coming out there for Poonography, but meanwhile, Grizzly, they are going to continue keeping up this lead to some extent. While the rest of Poonography, they're going to go for 5-man rotations right now. As I do feel that we are kind of at this mid-game stage where the slot isn't quite powerful enough in the team fights to be able to do things. We do see that a possible team fight breaking out here, and a lot of the time this is going to come down to initiation, as we are just seeing people getting caught out of position. And
yeah, for sure. If Juggernaut gets a good, well, Roar gonna be going upon here by GLK. The Orchid isn't enough. There we go, and the Purify gonna be able to pop the Aegis, and now Sexo. Oh, nice Blade Fury here, making sure that the Pounce does not actually connect, but the Static Storm might be too much here. Glimpse in Kinetic Field. There we go. That's the kill they wanted, the kill they got. Now Waveform in. GA is going to get popped here too. Masaka going to go ahead on to JID, as well as Vengeful Spirit dying off here. BKB going to get popped by Hims here as Clockwork dies off. Yeah, this is a very, very good trade here. Even going to be able to get the tier 2 top tower. Wow.
Yeah, we just saw right there that Juggernaut got caught out of position. It's like what I've been, like what I said previously, that these team fights seem to be determined by who gets caught out of position first. Normally, I'd consider Grizzly to have the far superior team fight, thanks to that Omni Knight, but
healing shock.
Due to, I wouldn't say sloppy positioning, but a little bit less tight than maybe you might be expecting from, teams you might have been watching over the weekend.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
we
for
see
sure.
him, might be in a bunch of trouble right now, being nuked down right now by the Morphling.
So
He
late.
is going to take out the Slug, but that is probably slightly in favor of
Oh
Grizzly.
no, JID hookshotting LB Crusher here instead of what seemed to be Masaka. Oh, that's gotta suck here right now.
Oh, that does. Although at the same time, if he had hooked the Morphling, would that have been a good thing?
I think they would have been able to get the kill there.
They did have the Omni Knight available as well as the Glimpse, so
yeah,
I guess it would have been
right.
close. It could have been a nice play, and obviously hitting your own teammate basically guarantees nothing.
Yeah, well, that was the path that was not taken. Robert Frost. No, I'm just kidding. 4.2k gold sitting here on Morphling. Is he gonna go Manta now, or just straight up maybe like E-Blade or some other late game item here? We're gonna have to see. Maybe now even.
Well,
yeah,
he's got the Yasha, but he's also picked up the Eagle Song, so basically going for the shotgun build, just stacking up that agility and just being able to nuke down these very, very squishy supports on the Enigma and the Vengeful Spirit. Now, we do see the Enigma. We did mention it earlier, although he is going to be coming in with that BKB now, though we haven't really seen a good ultimate coming out yet from him. Just because the nature of these initiations and the pick-offs coming in, there hasn't really been a very good possibility for him to be able to, start things up, so to say.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, it's going to be Electronic Grizzly. I feel like it's up to them kind of right now to
dictate the pace of this match, so to say.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, true. That's kind of what I'm getting at here right now.
On the other hand, and if you're Electronic Grizzly, is there any real reason for you to, pressure super hard? Because looking at these two lineups, as in, it's not like Electronic Grizzly has the worst late game.
No, true. By no means. And yeah, they can take a lot of time here to actually form up an Aghanim Scepter, an Omni Knight. I think that's actually going to be the next item they're going to go for here. So that's the next big thing for them, I feel like.
And in reality, it's a simple case of often when you're playing in a Dota, it's not so much about what you can do to win, but what you can do to not lose.
Oh, well, Sentry's gonna spot out Sexo though.
Yeah, he's gonna be a little bit careful about that.
Oh no, what was that? That was the Maelstrom for Roar that actually got killed off, and oh well, GLK. Oh no, this surely has to be the death of GLK here. Oh, as the GA gets popped here. See whether or not it's enough. It is here for now, but Masaka E-blading the blade mail. Clockwork here. Now Dadless going to be the next target. Swap going to come in from LB Crusher. You might be the next target here to kill off. BKB going to get popped here by Dadless. There we go. That is the black hole that you wanted here. But, well, Daft might be in some trouble here. Looks like Roar will be able to not actually find him here, sadly. And, well, that's a triple kill here for Hims.
And that BKB was absolutely crucial. That was a 3 for nothing up until he hit that. Absolutely, you know, basically required ultimate. I do think that might have been even Rax going down. So we can see Morphin going to pick up another kill right there. Going to take out the Juggernaut. Going to be able to try, although in fact we do see the Viper's going to be the one to try and run away. And this could be both carries going down. And this Morphling is starting to become a problem.
Yeah, most definitely. That is a big problem here. I cannot for the life of me figure out what well, let me put it this way. If Electronic Grizzly actually gets the next Roshan, I feel like they can push uphill. Yep, that's just how I feel.
I definitely do feel that with the way that these team fights have been going, as we do see the Grizzly have a quick look at the gold and the net worth lead.
Yeah, Masaka is definitely in the lead here, 18k. Very true to his name here. I do believe that's actually Chinese for "it cannot be," or a feeling of surprise or disbelief. I do believe that's where he got that name from, Masaka. It cannot be that he's actually that far ahead in terms of net worth here right now. Especially, I do believe that actually happened over the past 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, we do see right now this Morphling just really jumping up in form, getting a whole bunch of kills. Currently 7-1-9 with 213 last hits, 36 minutes in. If we have a quick look at the gold, current gold, I mean the gold per minute, if I can click the right thing. We do see he's currently hitting around about 500 gold per minute, so not too shabby coming out from him.
No, for sure, definitely not. And, well, some Sentry is going to come out. Oh, Roar is going to get found, but no Orchid.
Yeah, he is going to be able to Blade Fury away, and he's just kind of sat here, waiting and hoping. It's interesting, though, he hasn't gone for full stats build. He kind of started off with stats, then got the rest of his skills up, because you can build Juggernaut in quite a few ways, and most of them generally focus on getting 1 point in each, and then at least until level 12, you just level up stats with 2 levels in your ultimate. After that, you can then kind of mix it up depending on what you need. Many people like to level up the Blade Dance all the way up until around about level 19, in which you max out your stats.
Yeah, for sure. And
well, sorceries avail.
It's going to be Masaka here going back into the jungle here, sitting on E-Blade Mansa Lincoln's above 200 agility here, right? That is an ethereal blade that really hits hard here.
And he hasn't maxed out his strength right now. He's still got 29 base strength, so he can hit even harder if he wishes to. Although it does get a little bit more risky as you, push that damage all the way to the max.
Over 500 damage, actually. That is just crazy. But, oh, well, Him's going to find Sexo here. Let's see what happens. GLK going to be in the fray of things, too, here. Hookshot coming out onto Sexo. Going to get Malefice, too, here as Shadow Dance comes out. But that might be the saving grace here. Kinetic Static and the GA. But the Black Hole, it's not going to do anything. The GA is too good. Now Sexo going to get focused down by Roar here. There's that efficient Omni Slash coming out here. Now Masaka gonna kill off Enigma here. Very nice. He's actually gonna TP out. Oh, no, he's not gonna be able to actually stun him up here. Battery Assault not hitting the repelled Morphling. And instead, Omni Knight gonna go down in the end. Juggernaut, courtesy of him here. He looks like he's chasing Daft here, but might be able to find him here.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to take him out. It does pop off that...
Yeah, the Fusel Blade popped here, gonna perch him. Oh, but the Glimpse, just barely not gonna be able to find him here, even with the Rocket Flare. Oh, wow, so close, but in the end, not gonna be able to find the kill here. And well,
very
Disruptor
nice
lives.
Yeah, we did see though that that team fight looked so good for Grizzly initially, but again, the Black Hole coming in from Enigma, really saving them as that Black Hole isn't being used to win the team fight, but making sure the Guardian Angel is basically counteracted. They pop that Guardian Angel off them, the Enigma jumps in with his BKB and stops the damage while they can't do the opposite. Throw in the fact that the Juggernaut can Diffusal Blade one of those targets, and it generally puts them ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll have to see what happens here now, as Star Spirit is seeing Roar here right now. Crusher. Oh, he's actually gonna sentry up here, and well, before that he actually gets killed off. Malefice. Oh, but the Lincoln Sphere gonna be able to save him here right now.
Yeah, but he's gonna be more than fine, be able to get away. Just gonna get the mana from his supports and
2 mana boots, man. That's cheating.
I think the Storm Spirit, I think has had not the greatest game per se. He's tried to go up against a lot of the time of Viper, who's just mostly beat him every single time, but at the same time he has done an okay job of getting a few assassinate on the supports. As we do see Enigma kind of sitting here, gonna blink away. His ultimate isn't up for another 70 seconds, so he's going to be forced back, and this probably is going to end up being Roshan for Grizzly, but we do see the rest of Poonography, they are kind of giving this up.
Yeah, for sure. And well, now Sexo, if anyone's gonna pick that up. Oh, right, yeah, it's gonna be Morphling picking that up.
I'm not sure whether the Morphling needs it the most, just with the amount of times that he's died, and he's currently 8, 1, and 9. And although making it even harder for them to kill him, I feel as it's like you've got a Slog who's 4, 9, and 14, which, if we remember how good of a start he had, now he's currently sitting behind and won the lower farm cores, only slightly ahead of the Enigma. And we also have the Storm Spirit, who's currently 6 and 7, so I guess I can understand the thinking behind giving the Aegis to the Morphling, as the Morphling is the one who's really having a very good game so far. But at the same time, I don't think he's the one who needs it.
And well, now Roar is going to be farming up here. Does have his Maelstrom obviously here and now. Able to actually buy his Mjolnir as soon as he wants to do that too.
As we do see a possible engagement here on middle, we do see that this Slog who has jumped up. GLK jumps on the Viper. Can they nuke him down? The Orchid comes down to LB Crusher. The GA going to be able to save the rest of them, but GLK doesn't get Guardianed up. The Omni Slash not going to do anything as JID runs into his own teammate. And the Morphling is just going on a tear right now. We do see the ultimate coming out from Enigma. Can he get the format Black Hole? Not going to be able to. His blink that he is on cooldown, and JID is going to get guns back and taken out.
Oh! The Blade Mail and Rocket Flare damage actually kills off Storm Spirit here. Very nice. If you could get a trade, you get a trade. And yeah, he was able to actually do that, but now... Yeah, what good is a trade here? 1 hero, the Storm Spirit, if you're gonna lose. Yeah, exactly, if you're gonna lose the mid. Yeah, too much damage here now.
I will look menacing.
Well, the Malayrax is not dead yet here as JID actually kills off Sexo. Oh, the Glimpse, so nice. But Slark in the end gonna get killed off here. And Disruptor working alone on this Malayrax here. 2 more attacks here is enough for him, and there we go. So close. And now Dadless
in the wrong order, meaning that the ultimate from Enigma didn't get taken out. And can the Morphling get away because of it? He is kind of being drained on mana, but just look how much health he's got. Can he zoom away? He's going to be able to get the ultimate off at the same time. The Enigma did follow that off, but he's going to wait for him away. Can he get down? He's still surviving, still somehow there.
The hook shot not going to hit again. I can't believe this so many times. Waveform going to come out again. Datless going to take some damage, but in the end, he does go down some Malayrax for a pretty decent trade here. I do believe it was, there we go, the Morphling actually dying off. So many things actually used here. Triple waveform, Adaptive Strike, morphed his Replicate and replicated to that morph too. Wow,
Almost got out. That would have been a mixture of such a nice play, and the Enigma would have been kicking himself had he left there, because effectively the reason why that he cancelled the ultimate himself by popping the BKB.
that was less than fortunate, but I mean it happens. I don't know. I feel like these teams needs to work on some things here before they can really consider themselves to be a part of, you know, the really professional.
I'd say, as in looking at these two teams, I'd say the main issue we're seeing right now is a mixture of basically positioning. Mostly is their issue. Is they're kind of out of position a lot. They're spending their time, you know, generally getting picked off, and we're seeing it in forms of these team fights, where most team fights are decided by who gets picked off first.
They're making mistakes that it's kind of mechanical mistakes. I feel like mechanical mistakes and map awareness, as you said, being out of position, stuff like that. Things that are actually really important in StarCraft 2. I feel like a lot of people who actually switch from StarCraft to Dota have an easy time with actually dealing with item ability, synergies and reactions, stuff like that, as well as actually having map awareness and these things.
I know right now that I can't remember who her name is.
Yeah, exactly. That is so crazy. Why can't I remember?
Damn it, I can't remember.
Scarlet.
Yeah, that's
I don't know why I didn't remember that.
Yeah, she's actually playing Dota 2 right now, isn't it?
Yeah, she's actually switching.
I'm not sure if she's switching.
No, she said it on Twitter that she's actually switching now to Dota 2. What was it? EG? I can't remember what team she's playing for right now.
I don't know. As an obviously Scarlet, anyone who's followed StarCraft 2 is one of the few foreign players at all who could be Koreans, and that's always a huge thing in the StarCraft 2 scene. Just
yeah, a successful StarCraft foreign player and a girl at that too. That's actually kind of crazy. That's not too often that you see that in StarCraft 2. I think the last one we actually saw was maybe Quantix Flow. I don't even think she plays StarCraft anymore.
I'd say the last, I'd say aside from Scarlet, the only one who really was able to compete against the Koreans once they ended up, you know, basically switching over to that game and dominating in the face, I'd say mostly would be Stefano. As we do have to see a possible initiating onto Raw, but Raw is going to be able to get away, just Blade Fury TP out.
Yeah, Stefano, Naniwa.
In fact, I think they both end up quitting for the same reason of, you know, basically carpal tunnel. Not fast.
Naniwa, I don't know what happened with Naniwa, man. He's an interesting player, but yeah, on the bottom lane here, Hims is still defending here. Actually, Roar. Blade Fury again. We've seen this a lot. Finally, a good hook shot here. But the GA is too good, though. He does get the kill on Clockwork. Very nice. And the Morphling actually gets to replicate away.
Jay has been popped. I mean, this is going to be the time for the team fight going to get taken out. As well as the Shadow Down from Slark. This is going to be the time. We do see the Storm just jumps in, trying to go for the kill on Raw. Raw going to get silenced up by the ultimate from the Disruptor. Can they pick up the kill there? Yes, they can. The Viper also going to get nuked down in a few more moments. Him's in huge amounts of trouble. And this may be the final push coming out for E Grizzly. And the GG does get called. The black hole.
Oh, the beautiful black hole. But it's not
hole.
enough in the end, and he goes down. No damage input into the black hole here, so yeah, the first game of today's WarDota playoff here, the quarterfinals between Grizzly, Electronic Grizzly, and Poonography has concluded. So it is going to be Electronic Grizzly actually moving up into the semifinals here of the winner bracket. We're still waiting for the winner of Team Mistral versus Power of Eagles, but yeah, that is what we're waiting for here.
Yeah, we just simply saw right there that it was a mixture of who had the best mechanical skill, and overall, Electronic Grizzly, because of the good early start they ended up picking up, it meant that their lineup was the better to take those crucial team fights in the mid and late game, and it does mean that they ended up going through over Poonography, and Although Poonography, they do still continue on in this tournament. This is a double elimination bracket, as they will be dropping down. I don't know who they'll be facing, because obviously a few of the games still haven't been played.
Yeah, maybe... No, I don't actually think it's going to be 8X. We'll have to see about that, but yeah, for now we're waiting for Mistral versus Power of Eagles. So stay tuned, guys. Obviously, you guys can follow us at Rasmus TV here at Hitbox, as well as on Twitch TV at Rasmus TV. On Twitch, it's TEEVEE. That is going to be the same on Facebook as well as Twitter and YouTube, where you can follow us. So please go and follow us all those different places there. Yeah, we'll be back after a short break after finding out who we're actually going to be casting here in the quarterfinals here. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.